Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Baco and today we are on my desktop once again and I'm gonna show you something that I do in GIMP to create my thumbnails. So let's open up the program at first. I'm not gonna show you how to install it because it's pretty easy and you can just download the installer and then it will do everything for you. So I'll put a link to that in the video description. But basically what you have right here right now is a German program. Yours is probably in English if you're not from Germany or from somewhere else where you speak German. So it might make it a little harder, but I'm gonna try my best at explaining what all these items stand for and all these symbols and all that kind of jazz. So what we have right here is basically nothing, and what we need to do right now is open up a new project. We can either hit Ctrl N or we can go to File and then select New. That should be pretty easy. And now what we need to do is add in the size in pixels for our picture. So what I recommend is HD, normal HD, which is 1280 by 720, and I would not recommend full HD because it'll have bigger pixel sizes, but then again YouTube has to shrink it down to that little format and I think it even looks worse than this, so I'll just use this and we hit OK. So now we have this blank layer right here, and what we'll do is or what I would do is just create an overlay. So I'm just gonna show you something real quick. It's gonna look like this, maybe have a circle or something. Of course it's gonna look better than that, this is just to show you. And what I then have is another circle right here to show the number of episode, for example 7, and then I have something like the nation or something right here, what's gonna be there. So first thing that I would do is add this overlay right here, and then behind that is going to be the actual Minecraft picture. So this is based on the Minecraft picture in the background, but then there is this overlay to it, and maybe you can add a normal Minecraft logo, but we're gonna get to all of that. So now let's just delete this layer right here by just right clicking it and then clicking on delete layer. That should be pretty easy. And now we need to add a new one, and what this will do is if it is transparent you gotta select that. If you want to do an overlay, hit OK, and what this is going to do, you see this checkerboard right here, and that shows you that it is transparent in the background. So now let's select this tool right here. This is called an ellipse. Let's click it, and what this will do is it'll draw certain circles. You cannot probably see that properly right now, but basically there's a circle right here right now. You can just move it around, and we're just gonna move it a little bit and drag it into the corner here. That should be pretty easy, and let's do it a little bit more in there, and that should be good already. Let's make it go a little bit further down. Yeah, that's awesome. So now what you can see right here at these lines are some ands. That's saying that this outline is selected. So now what you want to do is just go to edit and then go to kind of draw this selection right here. Just hit it, and then you want to go to pixel size. You can leave it like that. If you adjust this number, it'll make it thicker. Like if you have it on 10, it will be pretty thick, and I'll just do it on 5 because that's gonna be good. And then I hit OK, and you see this black line is around there. What we can then do is select or is right click anywhere on the picture, then select the third button and then select nothing, so nothing is selected. And the basic tool that I always use is this navigation tool right here. You can also hit M to get it. Let's just hit M, and there it is. You can see it switches around, and let's double click on that and then select the second button here. That means that only the active layer is going to be moved, because if you have it on the default setting, for some reason you will always drag the layer which is on the bottom here, and then you would need to select it manually, and like this is just easier, so let's do it like that. Okay, so now we might want to fill this in with a color. So let's go to this button right here on the black one or the white one, doesn't really matter, but it's gonna select the color which is gonna be up here. So let's just select the lower one. And now we can just search for a nice color. Let's use maybe green. Let's use yellow. Why not? And then we hit OK. And now we need to change this around with this little button right here, and it will select the yellow. Then we want to go to our paint bucket and just fill this area right here in. Just click on it, and then we'll fill this area in. Now we got yellow and black. You can also use another color, or what you can also do is double click on this paint bucket, and it will select or it will show you some different things. For example, if you select the VG, that will be the Vordergrund. That means that it always selects this color. Or if you select the HD, it's probably something different in English, but I don't know what it would be. It would always select the color on the lower side here. Or if you select the third button, it's gonna give you several options for some pictures to spice it up a little. So let's for example take this sandstone right here, or dried mud, but it looks like sandstone in the end, and you select this, select your picture what you want, and then you go on to here again and do the same thing. So now you can see we got some mud there. To make this go one step back, just hit Ctrl Z, and then you'll go one step back. So let's maybe use some leaves. Why not? Maple leaves. Yeah, that looks nice. Let's see what else is there. Maybe this, but then we cannot just fill it in like this, because it's only gonna fill in the color that matches it. Like if you were to fill in this color, it would only fill in that color which is the same that you clicked on and which is in range. I hope you could follow that. So let's go back again. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Z, and there we go. And this is only one color, so we are able to fill that in with this. Yeah, I like that. It adds a little bit of spice to it, I would say. So now let's do a second circle, also with the ellipse again, and you probably already know how we do it. Just drag out a circle that we like. You could also do it with squares, but I like circles better. And let's put this on here. And then again, edit and just draw the outline. So we have to change to black again. 5, that's nice, and we do the same thing. So now we have to fill it in with the green right here again. Just click on this, and then it will show you something that we don't want, like this. So you gotta experiment with it a little bit. Maybe you even want it like that, but I don't think you do. So let's see what we can do about it. I would just use the rubber right here. You click on it, and then you can just make this black go away here. Make it best as you can. I'm probably just gonna make it a little bit messy because I don't want to make this video too long. And now we can use the bucket again because there's no black anymore, and just fill this in all nicely. If you use a that was wrong. If you use an eraser with another paintbrush right here, you can see this kind of has the outline, so it kind of gets a little bit lighter in there. You want to select the hard one with no outline, and then you can also rub things away and you can fill them in easily and don't have these borders too much. But yeah, just fill them in like this, and now we got something that looks like so. That's pretty good. But now we want some text on there, and let's first search for the Minecraft logo. So let's go to Google and let's search for Minecraft logo. Okay, and then we can go to pictures, and the problem is that most of these pictures are not PNG or any other format, but you don't use JPEG, or I don't use JPEG because let's see if there's an example somewhere. Let's see if this is it. This is also PNG, and this is good, but we're not gonna use that. So basically what happens when this isn't PNG, the background won't be transparent. We could remove the white out of there. It wouldn't really be a problem, but just having it transparent will make it easier. So let's also type in PNG, and that'll tell them that usually everything is transparent in the background. So let's select the first one. This should be good. And then yeah, you can just drag it around a little bit, and I usually drag it to another color so I can see if there's a white outline, but there isn't. So let's save it to our desktop, why not? And then we can just drag and drop it into GIMP like this, and now you see it's too big. So what you do against that is select this tool. Either you click, you shift click and hit T, or you just click on it, and then what you can do is click on the logo, and you gotta clip these together, because otherwise it's gonna give you something stupid. Like what this does is it only pushes the picture in its aspect ratio, and it's gonna keep that ratio, and if you unclip it, it's just gonna like push it anywhere. You can fiddle around with that a little bit if you don't understand what I mean, but basically we just make it a little bit smaller. You can also use these arrows here, but I use this one with the mouse because it's easier, and then you just hit scale. It's gonna take a moment if you have a slower computer, and then you just move it on here with the navigation tool or M, and now we have the logo on here. That is nice. And to get a general overview, I usually like to select the lower area, like the lower layer, because you can see these outlines here, and if you don't want to see them, just click on this, and then the outlines are going to be here on that layer, but that's not going to even bother you. So we have that now. Now we might want to add some text, and this is where fonts get in handy. You can download some at thefont.com. I'm gonna put a link in the video description to that as well, because the fonts you have on your computer usually aren't that great. So let's just type in a number of episode, maybe 58. Why not? And then let's select a font that I really like and have downloaded from thefont.com as well, which is single sleeve, and I use that a lot. Let's just select the color, and that is going to be white, and let's make this a little bit bigger. Maybe let's go to 200. Yeah, that seems good. And then just drag and drop, or just move it on here. And let's do the same thing for another bit of text down here. And then what we're gonna do next is add a shadow and some outline to it. So let's type in seed review. Why not? That would also fit with the screenshot I have in mind, which we're gonna use for this. So let's make this a little bigger and move it on here as well. And that's all perfect and nice. So let's get an overview. Yeah, that looks about right. So let's now make an outline and a shadow for it. So usually I like to use shadows more, but we're also gonna do the outline. So what you want to do is select the layer, and then right click, selection from alpha channel, and then you see these ends running around there again, and you do the same thing like you did with the ellipse. Just fill it in with the edit menu, and you might want to make this a little bit smaller because you don't want the outline to be that thick, because that's going to take away from the effect. So let's hit this, and let's select nothing, and you can see it's kind of chunky right there. It's not looking good. So what I do against that is just click the A menu again. By the way, this is how you add text. You click it, and then it's gonna bring up a menu usually. Let's click this. Hey, come on, click this, and then it's gonna tell you this. You wanna select new layer, and then it's gonna put the underneath layer on top of there. So the original layer is gonna go on top of there, so you only have a little bit of the black outline. So let's see. Yeah, now we have the outline and the other layer on top. So it's gonna look a little chubby if you not chubby, but it's gonna look funky when you move in, but you gotta always remember how it looks. This is probably how it would look on YouTube, and you're not gonna even see that, and it looks all nice, and even like that you don't really notice it. So let's do the same thing for the seed review. Selection from alpha channel, and then just fill it in like this, and there we go. So now you have everything outlined, but let's remove that again, at least from the seed review. We're gonna keep it for the number, why not? And what we do with the seed review right now is we go to that layer and duplicate this. Alright, and what we'll do with that right now is just select one of these layers. Doesn't really matter which one because you're gonna move them around anyway. Let's select color black for it, and you see now this layer is black, so we're just gonna move the black layer, which we just selected, underneath the other one, which should normally work. Let's use these arrows. Wait, yeah, that did it. Usually you can just drag it underneath there, but I don't know what's happening right now, so we're just gonna use the arrows. And now you don't see any of the black because it's right underneath it, and so we need to move it a little bit, and there you see it, the black is coming, and we can see that it is a little bit too dark. So let's put the opacity down. We simply do that right up here. Let's put it to 50, and it looks like a nice shadow, doesn't it? Okay, so now to the background. We just use this background right here, which I shot in a world that I really like, and you see now these circles are gone. So we're just gonna move this underneath the layer right here, and we're gonna use the arrows, and you see this, and let's make it a little bit smaller so it fits in there. And you gotta remember that it cannot be smaller than 1280 and 720. So this is nice, and this also fits in there. So let's hit scale, and we can move it once again so it looks like so. And you gotta remember that these borders you can see right there have to be above the general picture. That's cool. So let's wait. Let's actually select this one because I like that one better. Why not? Let's make this scale, and there we go. If you want to delete a layer, just go onto it and then hit delete on your keyboard, or you can also hit something else, I don't know, or you could also right click it and then hit delete again. So that is pretty much it. That is how I do my thumbnails. And also what we could add right now would be a nice effect with light and shadow. So let's just do that. Go to filter, go to light and shadow, and then hit lens reflex. I like to do that. And let's move it maybe right there, and that's gonna add a nice effect. It's gonna look a little bit like the sun, but don't overdo it. And this is pretty much how I would do my thumbnail. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, and you also want to check out how to make a channel banner, Bricks on the Loose, or Melissa from Bricks on the Loose to better say it, has done a nice series on how to create your channel banner in 4 easy steps. And I'm gonna link that in the video description, so you can check that out as well. But that's it for me. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And that is going to be it. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you I will catch you next time. Bye bye. One thing that I forgot was if you want to export the picture now, you're gonna hit File and then hit Export. Export as, not save as, because saving it as something is gonna just save it in the GIMP. Like, just gonna show you save as, and then you can type in your name, but it's gonna save it as an XCF, and you don't want that. You want to go to export as, and then either JPEG or PNG or whatever you want to use. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Click the box on the left to see Melissa's channel and click the box on the right to see my top 3 Minecraft servers. Tell me in the comments down below if I should continue with these GIMP tutorials or if I shouldn't.